Hello, gorgeous women of the Quantum Woman Facebook group. Welcome. Tonight we are going to be talking about abundance. Who's ready to have a discussion on abundance? If you're here live, please say hi. If you're watching the replay, tell me #wealth. Not replay, but wealth. Tonight we're going to talk about, or even abundance. You can hashtag actually abundance. That would be better. Tonight I'm going to share with you my secrets, my teachings on wealth. Hey, Brett. Hey, Belinda. As you're coming on, please say hi. And tell me where you guys are tuning in from. I know we've got people from all over the world in this group. I'm really excited to share with you this teaching, because this teaching I feel like is one of the biggest things that have shifted me in a lot of the way I do things. Bonjour, Rita. Hey, Robin. You know, sometimes there's things that we can shift in our mindset that can completely shift how we look at the world. Vancouver. I was born in Toronto, Stacy. Hi. Australia, Tasmania. Oh, I love it. Hey, Jenny. Chicago. I'm outside of Chicago too. Hey, Jane from London. Hi, Jane. Hi, Shiloh. Central Florida. Ooh, it's warm over there. Virginia. Nice. So tonight we're going to talk about what it means to be in abundance and how do we activate our abundance and what are things that we can do to call in more wealth. Hey, Shelly from Alberta, Canada. Nice to see you. Abundance to me is one of the hardest and easiest things to do. It's Shiloh, good morning. What time is it where you are? I mean, where are you calling from? Where are you tuning in from? Hey, Beverly. So this is not going to be a super long training, but I wanted to share with you what it means to be in abundance. Brett, can you maybe go into my my account and just write that this is the abundance? Can you write with the name of? I forgot to put the name of this. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Maya. What this Melbourne, Australia. Ooh, 8 a.m. Hey, Golna. What the name of this live stream is? I forgot to put it on there. How to activate more abundance in your life. All right, so. Originally for New Brunswick, living in Ontario for, oh, nice. Oh, it gets hot. Yeah. You know, it's been raining here today in Chicago, and I literally would take hot over that any day. I'm like a chick that likes the hot. Hey, Shannon. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it right away. So there's probably gonna be more people joining in, and I'll say hi as we go along, but I really want to get to this training. So in order to access an abundant thinking, abundance in general, I don't always just say abundance is in money. Abundance is a lot of things. And when we have an overall view of what abundance means, if I asked you right now what you thought abundance was, drop it in the comment, what you think, the first thing you think about what abundance means. Put in the comments if you guys like to share, because I'm going to show you what people think abundance is. I feel like sometimes it's easier for people to get into abundance mindset and framework of how they think about everything in their lives to access the things that they desire. Money, wealth, love, joy. I love that. Robin Joy. Meyer, she got joy in her name. So abundance to me is an overflow of excess. It's just everything's coming in. There's nothing missing. It's just no lack, plenty. Exactly, Charlotte. There's just so much coming through. It's there. It's infinite. Hey, April. Hey, Belinda. It's more and more and more is coming in, right? And the thing about abundance is when we can get into that place of there's so much going around, you'll never feel like anything's missing. To feel I have everything I need, exactly. It's like a tap. You just turn it on. Comes in, comes in, comes in. Now, abundance, I feel like, gets a bad rap sometime. Because it's it's a thought process, but it also is like a way of living, a way of being. And the more that you can be in the vibration of abundance, the more abundance comes to you. I'm going to start with what abundance is not, right? So when we look at a scale of abundance versus lack, because as someone said, what lack is, someone who's in a lack mindset versus an abundant mindset. So someone who's in lack, they'll basically be in a place of, I don't have. This is missing from my life. Where is it? And most of the time, majority of the world lives through the lens of a lack mindset. Imagine if all of us lived with, oh my gosh, there's so much more coming. There's so much more coming. I'm so grateful for what I have right now, what's within me right now. Oh, there's so much more coming. This is the vibration you have to be in to access more opportunities, more wealth, more love, more success. But for the majority of people, it's like, I don't have the thing. I want it. I need it. I desire it. I don't have money. I don't have the love. I don't have the job. I don't have the, whatever it is that you're looking for. That becomes your dominant vibration. But then let's take it one step further. By even saying like, I don't have, what happens is I don't have because they did that to me. I don't have because if this, and this went the right way, then I'd have it. I don't have because, and I can guarantee you when I ask people, majority of the time, I ask them, if you don't have the thing that you desire, would everybody say it's my responsibility? I don't have what I desire because of me. Many people don't do that. And until we can really understand that abundance can only be created and taken away through our own selves, it stays out here. In order for us to understand that we create the vibration of more and more and more is coming from us, for us. So if we say, well, if my ex-husband didn't do that to me, I'd have more money. Well, if my kids didn't take from me, I'd have more money. Well, if that person, didn't get the client, I'd have more. I'm going to take it back to like even being a child. You see kids, sometimes you'll see a child will have a basket full of eggs. Easter just went. Here, you want one? Do you want one? A child that just gives it away. You want one? They don't know that there's no more or it's going to be limited. Then there might be the other child who's like, all mine. You can't have it. These are mine. Because they believe there's no more coming. But adults operate like this. There's adults that'll be like, here, do you want it? Because one, they've detached from the need to have it because they know more is coming. But then the adults are like, mine, you can't have this. Those adults, they believe that the moment that they share with you or give to you anything, you're going to take away from them and they won't have it anymore. This comes down to love. This might even come down to even a compliment. I always know when a woman's in really high abundance, she is the first to give a compliment. She's the first to tell you, hey girl, you look good. You know what, girl? Congratulations on your win. Congratulations on the money you made. Congratulations on the happiness of your marriage. Congratulations on finding the person. Congratulations, I'm rooting for you. And she really means it. Like she genuinely means it because congratulating you doesn't take away from her. But then there's the other women who will watch your post, see your celebration, see you winning out there, see you celebrating, having a good time, and they won't even compliment you. They won't say anything. They'll be like, somebody paid for that. Somebody gave that to her. She didn't earn it. That is a lack mindset. Because this woman, she wasn't raised to know that there was more. She wasn't raised to know that there wasn't anything running out. She wasn't raised to know that even a compliment does not take away from her. These two women, one that celebrates and one that doesn't, this woman here that celebrates, she lives with a positive mindset. She will probably even give you the last piece of her favorite cake because she knows more is coming. But this woman, she'll sit there and finish the cake in front of you even if you haven't eaten. Because that's what it's her mindset. Because she just does not know that more is coming. She truly believes you're going to take away from her. The woman that's not jealous is this woman. Not making negative comments on the internet saying, who are they to celebrate their wins? What are they doing? Anytime you find yourself having a negative comment, belief, reaction towards someone else's success, you got to check yourself. Because right there, you're taking yourself out of abundance. This is called self-mastery, and not everybody can do it. I had to work myself through it. It took me years to get here. Because I know that the moment that I'm judging someone else for what they have and I don't, that means I'll never get it and I don't have it. The way my mind works right now, when I see another sister winning and getting something, I'm like, ooh, that means I can too. I'm going to celebrate her. Like, that means that's available for me. Do you see the difference in how we see things? Do you see how we look at things and how we can say, oh, she can do it, I can do it. Like, I really believe that. And this might trigger some women, and I don't mean to do that, but I do want you to understand that sometimes we are our own worst enemy because of what we've been raised with. This woman over here, she might have been one of 6 kids where there wasn't enough to go around. So now she wants to feed herself whatever it is, and she's tired of sharing. Or this one, she might have been one of 6 kids. This one might be one of 6 kids, and she knew that she had to share, and it was okay. Everybody got, and it was all right. There are going to be people that will not even know what they're able to create in this lifetime because of how they think. And it starts with some basics, right? Do I have enough? If you can always be celebrating everything you have, even if it's $1 to your name right now, that will be the vibration of abundance and more comes to you. Even if your bank account looks like it needs life support right now, believing that more is coming and is on its way to you is the shift in the mindset that creates the wealth that you desire. I was in the red zone, ladies. I had no money. I'm just going through a divorce. I had a very great life with my ex-husband. Once he got divorced, I had to learn how to live, not in the lifestyle I lived before. My bank account, it'd be the 15th of the month and I'd have bills left. Where's this money going to come from? I have 50 more days left in the month. I'd have to use my credit cards to survive. You know how hard it is to put groceries on your credit card knowing you're going to pay interest on that shit? I just celebrated a $126,800 cash month. I did this in record time. If you think you're in abundance, I can tell you there's more space to grow. There's more room for you to come into this beautiful place of knowing there's an overflow. If you realize that there's more than enough to go around. There's more than enough. I practice this all the time. Paying for the Starbucks for the people behind me. Offering someone to go in front of me in line. Giving somebody something that I might have. Offering a compliment. I don't even know how to not compliment people. My mouth just opens and it comes out. Cheering people on. It is so important to be in that place of knowing more is coming. What if you feel the abundance but never see it? There's something blocking you there on the belief on it. Some people look for that and they're like, I got to work hard. I worked hard. That person didn't work hard. How did they get abundance? We don't know sometimes some of the thoughts that go on in our head. You know, if I have more, someone's going to come take from me. So you know what? I'm just going to lose it. I'm going to tell you right now, there's some women that make $15 million a year that don't live in abundance. That might shock you. That might shock you, right? How, Shamina? How is it some women that live, that make $15 million a year don't live in abundance? I'm going to tell you. They live in scarcity. That it's going to run out. So they're always in hustle mode. Always trying to make it work. Putting pressure on their employees. Making things happen. Because if they don't, I'm going to lose it. You ever hear about people who make millions and then they lose it? That's what. They live in scarcity. Because they fear it's going to go away. So guess what happens? They make it and it goes away. Me, someone who has $10,000 but lives in an abundant life, to me, is more in abundance than someone who has $15 million worried about it going away. Imagine always in that fear, this is never enough. It's going to go. For somebody who lives in lack, they're always going to feel like it's never enough. It's never enough. Something's missing. It's never enough. And when you have the vibration of it's never enough, that means you're never enough. That means you probably never charge enough. That means you'll always be in the lack situation. You're never going to feel like there's more coming to you. This is the limitation of where I'm at. Hey, Holly. Hey, Lakeisha. And you'll always feel like, you know what? I don't have more. I don't have more. And this is why I tell women, be careful about gossiping. Be careful about what you say, because your energy is always going to equate the currency that you have in your life all around. All around. And women, I see, Brittany's not on here, but she's a woman that's in my group. She's a woman that will celebrate another woman like instantly. And I say this because she will tag a woman, put her on her page, and she's like, all right, this sis is winning, you know? And there's a lot of women that are here that are like that. If I don't call your name out, Erica's like that. She lives in abundance. Jenny's like that. She lives in abundance. You know, Erica will be the first to say, hey, you need to go listen to this. This is going to save your life, you know? Gossip is very boring, but a lot of people entertain it and they don't realize it. They don't realize that they're in the conversation. I'm not even energetically open for someone coming to me talking about it. And a woman who is in lack is a woman who thinks she knows everything. There's nothing more for her to learn. I already know that. I already know that. You know anybody like that who says, I already know that? Or they'll say, I'm healed. I'm done. I'm ready. I'm done. I'm healed. There's nothing less for me to do. That woman will always stay limited where she is. A woman who's in abundance is an expansion. She knows more and more is coming for her. Hey, Margaret, she knows that there's more. And a lot of our upbringing has taught us these bad habits, especially in a cultural place. If you grew up with there's not enough, or that mentality from your culture is we have to be sparing, we have to not, we have to use everything to the last drop. Don't throw anything away. Don't throw anything away. If you throw something away, wow, you're wasting. I don't even like the word wasting. To me, wasting doesn't exist. But I also have to work on this continuously. Shamina, the toothpaste is done. Let it go. Like, you're done, right? Are you going to really eat the ends of that bread? What are you keeping it in the freezer for? Maybe you need to let it go. Like, I bet you how many people have expired stuff in their pantry or in their refrigerator right now. My daughter just cleaned out her freezer. But that mindset of I can't throw it away, it equates to a lot of abundance in your life everywhere else. People who are afraid to give hugs or show love. There's a limitation there. They don't want to tip people. They don't want to tip people. And this is the thing. I over-tip now. It's one of those things that I do all the time. Shannon, in my Accessing the Quantum Through Emotional Self-Mastery, we will go through childhood. Module 4 coming up for all of you in there is all about childhood healing. It's amazing. So get ready. I think you're in the program, right, Shannon? Yeah, you are in the program. But we're trained to eat everything on our plate or else. Yeah, exactly. I eat it all because I'm trained to know what to buy and how much. And this is why people are obese. They have problems with their weight because they feel like if they stop when their body says full, I'm going to be in lack, throwing it away. I'm going to waste something. And so it's just really, really hard, and it's hard to understand that a lot of your programming that you've been raised with is creating a lot of the lack in your life. I always say to gather up things that you don't use anymore. There's probably so many clothes in your closet right now that you are just hanging on to because maybe you'll get back into that size again. Maybe you loved it when you bought it. But donating and moving some energy that way, it really does bring some abundance in your life to just give away things. But it's really hard to have that, that ability to part with things. And it comes down to our mindset. It comes down to how we think. It comes down to what we see in ourselves. So someone who's in an abundant place knows there's so much going around that they will give more. They will donate. They will give a compliment. They will show up. They will offer, because it's nothing's going to be missing. They know that it gets replenished. But as someone who is in a lack, they don't think like that. They almost have a poverty-stricken mentality. Well, these people are going to come take from me. They're taking from me. And then what it is, it's like a victim mentality. Well, I'm blaming them. There's no control over their life. Like, I'm not controlling my environment. Other people are. Whereas the person who's in abundance knows, I get to control all the things. All the things. Whatever I want, I get to control them all. And let's say a person who's in abundance will look at a situation that might seemingly seem negative, but realize that there's a gem to learn in there, that there's something that's coming for them. Or a person who's got the lack mindset will be like, well, there we go. One more thing, another thing. There's another thing that happened to me. My whole life is terrible. Everything's happening to me. Where the abundance is, everything's happening for me, right? The biggest thing that I have right now that, hold on, let me just see what I'm right here, that I feel like we all can understand is that I can tell you, like, and I'll talk about this more later on, but when I was in a place where I didn't know more was coming, where I was in my limitations, I created my own limitations. I didn't understand that if I spent money, more was going to come back. I always thought that all the money that I had, like, this is going to be gone. Like, this will be gone. When I spend this will be over. And I didn't understand that the more that I spent money, the more that it, in a good way, the more that it came back to me. The more that I invested, more that came back for me. And, you know, you'll look at somebody who has an abundance mindset. They're like super grateful for every little thing that they have. They're grateful for the littlest things. But somebody who is in a lack mindset, why did you give her a bigger scoop? You didn't give me a big scoop. Why didn't I get the big scoop? Even if they don't want it. Even if they don't want the big scoop. But they'll automatically feel like you're taking away. The person in the lack mindset is the one that is the client that'll be in your inbox all the time. Feeling like, well, I didn't ask for a question today. You know, I need to probably get in there. I didn't do something. Something's missing from me. She didn't give me the whole amount of time on the call. Or I'm missing 2 minutes. Well, she said she was going to give me this thing and she didn't. That's lack. That's not abundance, right? They're very judgmental people who are in the lack mindset. And some people will say, I'm not judgmental. I'm like, oh, what did you think about this, and this? Did you say, well, I don't know how she got married and I didn't, or I don't know how she made the money, I can do that too. Well, I can teach what she's teaching. I don't know why she made that money. Think about all the little thoughts you don't tell anybody about. The universe hears it. That's your vibration. It taps in, it connects to what you are. If you really aren't ready to celebrate someone and you have some like thoughts about it, that's okay. Put them in a journal. Get them out of your head. Get them out and find out, why am I not being happy for this person? A people pleaser is a lack mindset. Someone who's people pleasing all the time because they're looking for a payoff. They're manipulating other people so they can get a payoff. You never saw that one coming, right? Think about it. They don't know that they're enough just the way they are. So I've got to keep giving, but it's not really the giving because they're giving to get. When you give to not get, you're really in abundance. People pleasers give to get. You'll look at people who complain a lot. These complainers, they're lack. Well, I didn't have all that. I didn't have what you have. I didn't have that. You just got lucky. I literally have stopped any kind of complaining in my life because I know it doesn't serve me. It took a while. It took a while. It really did. But when I started realizing my vibration was so important, it had to happen. Same lack, they're jealous, envious, so unhealthy. And when you find yourself being jealous, don't beat yourself up for it. Acknowledge that the emotion is there, okay? But what I want you to do is find out why you're jealous, why you think you can't have that too. That's going to be like the biggest growth for you. I always see when other women are triggered by other women's success, that's a limitation where they are. It's okay because it's a place for growth, right? But this can get you from here to here. And many people who are in a lack mindset, they're going to drain your energy when you're around them because you're always going to have to lift them up. They're always going to be like sucking you dry, pulling you in, you know, like, ugh. You didn't do that for me. What about me? And they're also the people that overspend. They're also the people that complain the most, right? I told you that. But they overspend a lot because I didn't have it, so I'm going to spend all my money. So the thing about when you're in abundance, I want you to just start checking in with yourself. How can I improve myself to get to a place of knowing more is there? Well, I want you to start a daily practice that I live by all the time. I journal, I meditate, but part of the journaling process that I do is I let my mind feel and think what it needs to, my body and my mind, and I let them all out. Even if it's a thought that I'm like, well, why are we having this thought? This is not a rational, good thought. I let myself put them all in my journal. I witness the belief that's there, and I move through it. Because it's not doing any good up here. It's only creating more of a lack if I don't go in and rewire it. So be mindful of all the things that are happening in your life. You're going to see your self-worth go up. The more that you see, there's so much more. Like, they print money every day. They print money every day. Everything is more and more and more. And I'm not going to get on the topic of the pandemic, but because I live in such abundance and I know that I'm in control of my emotions and I create my own reality, I was able to make a lot of money in the pandemic because I wasn't limited of what could happen to me, what could go wrong to me. I never thought like that. I live in abundance at all the times. I'm like, well, I'll be okay. And people who live in lack don't know they're going to be okay. They live with a scarcity. Oh, it's a fear-based thing, right? And I can see it affecting their money. I can see it affecting many things. Most people that are in their abundance place, they trust, they have faith, they know more is coming, they know it's working out. And they know how to forgive. They're really big at forgiving. They are able to look and say, you know what? I can forgive you for this. Where people in the lack, forgiveness for them, they'd rather keep their resentment. They'd rather hold on to the bitterness. Well, you did this to me. The quickest way to get into abundance is to let go of things. Let go of things you have no control over. Holding on to them are only going to affect you deeper and deeper and deeper. It's going to affect your money, the behavior of the people around you. It's going to call on other people to come and support the belief that you have. So think about it as you go through. Do you own your behavior? Do you own when you're wrong? Do you own when you've made a mistake? Do you allow yourself that forgiveness? Are you fully in the place of more and more is here for me? More and more is here for me. The more that you can do that, the more you are expanding your worth. And I really believe our net worth and the abundance that we have in our life starts with us. It starts with how we look at ourselves, how we feel about ourselves. I deserve the world. I deserve more. I know I can have more. If you don't believe that you can have the things, guess what? You won't have the things. And if you feel like somebody else is getting it and you can't, you won't. So the thing that I want you to take away from this is that there's always room for growth and expansion. There's always a place for I can have everything that I desire. There's like, if you look at abundance, like a tap or a waterfall that got turned on. Because if I thought waterfall, somebody would be like, turn the tap off, we don't waste the water. So think about a waterfall. You can't turn off a waterfall. Think about the overflow that keeps coming in. And if you can think about what generates that flow of the waterfall, it can't stop from flowing unless someone puts a dam up, right? Unless there's a dam on the top to stop that water flowing, it's going to continuously flow. You have the ability to stop the water flow with the dam of your beliefs. But if you can trust that that water will keep flowing all the time, you can trust abundance will come to you in excess over and over again. It's a belief system knowing that it's fresh all the time, new coming through. Look at how you live your life and your thoughts and your beliefs. Do you celebrate other people? Do you? Or is there parts of you that can't? And that's okay if you can't. But go to them. Be gentle with yourself. But go to those parts and see what you can activate within yourself. A belief system that I'm a waterfall. I'm overflowing with abundance. There's so much for all of us to stand under that waterfall to collect. There is so much for us. Nothing's running out. And yes, the rain will keep falling. So you can stop that dam, however you choose, with your beliefs. With I don't have enough, I don't want to share. You always hear about the stingiest people, right? They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know that this waterfall is going to always flow. So they try to keep the water to themselves. They don't give you compliments. They don't give you part of the cake. They don't celebrate your wins. They don't congratulate you. Because they don't know how to do it for themselves first. Now here's the thing. If you've got someone in your life that is in the lack, you can't bring them over to the other side where the abundance is. You can't expect them to celebrate you when they don't know how to really celebrate themselves. So we give them forgiveness, and that's it. And you stop expecting things from them. Oh my God, Shamina, I'm so happy this is activating you. So every time you feel like you're putting a boulder in to your waterfall, remember it's you that affects your abundance. Why is she wearing that outfit? Who does she think she is? How dare she? Or he or whoever. I'm stopping the flow of all the things that are just on its way to me. You have to understand that you place those boulders there, nobody else. You got to just meet people where they are and stop letting them take from you. If you find that you're always overgiving because you did the people-pleasing thing, remember, you don't have to overgive. The universe gave me you today. Oh, I love that. So that's the lesson for today about abundance. And I had to show you the difference because I don't think people quite understand. You know, I have a lot of women that come work with me, you know, in my coaching and in my mentoring programs. And I always can tell the woman who has a limitation. She Oh, everything's always happening to her. How dare you? She can't even give a like or a love to a post. Well, I'm not going to celebrate her. She has this limitation in her, but I can't look at her and say, how dare you? Because I know that's where she's at. Because along the way, someone told her she wasn't enough, and she believed it. So if she doesn't know that she's enough, she can't see your fullness, right? Or other people's. And that's why she doesn't have an outpour of clients and people coming to her, because of the limitation she lives in. So if you've got judgment, do not judge yourself. If you have something that's not in alignment with your true higher self, work it out. But I know the women who are desperate for clients or haven't made them money, they haven't connected to the greatest gift that they have within themselves, is to be grateful and find the abundance right where they are. So today, if you see a sister winning and you stopped the like or the love, this is a simple exercise. Think about it. I always know when a woman's using like or love too. Her heart's usually closed when she uses the like button, and her heart is open when she's using the love button, because she's able to give freely love, not thinking you're going to take away her love. She's got that armor up, which usually creates the lack in her. You can feel it in her vibration. So just work through that. See, watch your behavior. Am I thinking good thoughts? Am I able to compliment? Am I able to celebrate? What are the words you're saying to yourself? Do you tell yourself how amazing you are? Because it starts with you. Or do you look at yourself in the mirror and beat yourself up? Why haven't you done it yet? You need to do better. You've got to celebrate you, who you'll be, all that you are first. Then you pour into other people. Okay? A woman who's in abundance knows her worth and her value and her time. A woman in lack never will. And the last thing, you'll see a woman who's in lack because her ego will be leading, not her heart. Her ego will be leading. She'll be busy putting boulders in the waterfall because she already is preparing for people to take from her. She's not even open to the idea that everybody can have. So that's it. That's all I want to leave you with. You make me feel good about myself. Good. I'm glad, Betty. I'm glad you guys love this. I love that you love this. It's important. It's a really big shift. I want you to go journal tonight. Journal on ways that you feel like you can expand abundance in your life, where you know that perhaps you might have a lack mindset, where you've limited yourself, where there's expansion, room for expansion. Because if you can start practicing this now, every day you'll have a reminder of yourself how great your life is, how great it is to be you and to be around you, to be on your energy. All right? If you think somebody would love joining this group, invite them. Let me know if you want to bring them in. You're welcome, Maria. By the way, I'm doing my Activating Instant Manifestation on Monday. It's my, well, we're at 7 or 8 days. It's like a 5-day masterclass. It's free. It's starting on Monday. It's in another group. If you guys want to join it and you're not there, let me know. I think some of you are already in the paid program. But if you want to come join the free masterclass, or if you feel anybody would love to, I'll be live for 6 days. You guys can come learn. It's always something new. It's free. Even if you've already in the paid program, if you've already been in my programs, come join in. Invite anybody you think that would love the teachings. And the more the merrier. It's going to be amazing. I have some new content I want to share, because as I grow and expand and learn, I teach. You just made my night. Awesome, Chantel. Can't wait for this. All right, I love you. If you guys have any questions, contact Brett or Erica or Jenny, April. They have... they're there to help you. And come join the program. I'm telling you, I ride this frequency of abundance. You can too. And I never used to be this way. All right. Much love to you guys. Bye.